What's going on, everybody? Welcome back to another edition of New York Giants Convo. It's me, your boy on Popular Opinion Sports, with my co-host Big Pat Sports Talk, man. And there's a lot of news, big news with the New York Giants. We're gonna get into, of course, the Dexter Lawrence situation. Lawrence being traded to the Bengals. We're gonna talk about it. We're going to get into the impact that it's going to have on the NFL draft. Of course, the NFL draft is coming up just a few days away. Coming up this Thursday, the first round. And Giants going to have 2 first round picks now. So it's going to be a big first round, as far as maneuvering. And we're going to see how it's going to turn out. So we're going to get into that. Got a little bit of, off script stuff, man. We're on the money or out of pocket later on. So y'all stay tuned for that. Please hit that like. Please hit that subscribe button. Before we get into it, man, Big Pat, what's good with you, man? How you feeling?
I'm feeling pretty good, man. I think I was one of the ones that predicted the Dexter Lawrence trade before it even happened. Go check out the mock draft that we did previously, the content creator mock draft. Man, it was absolute fun to do that mock draft, and I gave them a little surprise that I was called crazy for doing it. But then the very next 2 days later, it actually happened. So pretty cool. We're gonna talk about that, man, and a lot more here in Giants Convo, man. It's gonna be a good episode.
Yeah, so hit that like button, hit that subscribe button, man. Get your bacon and egg and cheese sandwich, your coffee, and lock in, man. We got you covered, man. It's Giants Convo, man. Let's hit it.
All right, Giants Convo on the way. Welcome to Giants Convo.
All right. So, Dexter Lawrence has been traded. Traded to the Cincinnati Bengals for pick number 10. Pick number 10 overall. So the Giants now have 5 and 10 in the draft, and there's a lot of speculation. First, let's start here. Let's kind of go through this little by little. This transpiring trade, this kind of unprecedented trade. A player just for a straight up top 10 pick. You very rarely, if ever, see that. So that being said, let's look at the facts of it. Let's look at what transpired here. You thinking about Dexter Lawrence last year, had a down season. He was hurt. Let's keep it real. He was coming off an injury. Everyone's saying he wasn't himself. They saying he wasn't himself last year. Now, that's beyond his play. That's his personality. He wasn't him. So obviously your play reflected that on the field. Now, Joe Shane gave Dexter Lawrence a 4-year extension. I believe it was worth $20 million per year, or $21 million. $22 million per year. Dexter Lawrence, 2 years into the contract, wants to redo it. All right, cool. You go down to the table. You had a good season. We give you a little bump in pay. That ain't good enough. I want more money. That's what he told Joe Shane, the Giants. And remember, there's more working parts to this than just the general manager, because who's cutting the checks? You know what I'm saying? Whose money is this? Again, so they looked at it and said, all right, you're a good player. We love you, but we don't want to redo your contract right at this moment because it's really not warranted, because you really didn't perform. If you underperform at your job, do you get to go in there and ask for a raise? So they said, nah, not going to do it. He's talking to Saquon Barkley and Leonard Williams and all these other dudes saying, yeah, that's what they do, yada, 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 whatever they telling them. Because they got out and landed on their feet. Not everybody lands on their feet when they leave the New York Giants. I can show you a list of people who it did not work out for. Because guess what? This is the NFL. So it ain't going to work out for everybody. Now, you could say the organization is trash and yada, 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 the GM is trash, but that part of it right there, the whole whose fault it is, somebody didn't want to be here. You got traded. It ain't nobody's fault. You asked out. They gave you your wish. You know, so they didn't send you to hell, even though I don't think Cincinnati's a good situation defensively, but they didn't send you to hell. They may be okay. You may win a Super Bowl. Who knows? But again, it's the situation that's at hand where they saying that, well, they should have just paid him whatever they wanted, whatever he wanted. And as soon as you do that, and that player underperforms or gets hurt, that contract looks egregious, because now you're going into your 30s and you're hurt if you was to get hurt, or underperforming. If that was the case, you got to project what makes more sense. What's more likely, that you could draft somebody and fill that spot through drafting and free agency, or that Dexter Lawrence is going to have another 9.5 sack season? What's more likely? So that's how smart people with common sense think about situations like that. That's why they got him up out of here. And me, as a smart, well, I think I am, common sense thinking person, I can't fault him for that. And that aspect of it, you know, now on the field, yes, it's a hole in your defense. Not gonna lie.
So I got a little bit of breaking news for you, man. Let's kick it off real quick. So Dexter Lawrence, this is so weird, bro. This man literally signs a 1-year extension with the Cincinnati Bengals for $28 million. So the Bengals has his rights on the current contract and added a year for $28 million. So now he's in a situation where he can't get new money within the next 3 years. Now the Bengals have him in the same situation with the same contract for the next 2 years, and then added a year for $28 million. Make it make sense.
Salute, Mr. February. What's
going on, Mr. February? So, just to add context to what you were saying, that just came. You did all that to add a year to your current contract. You didn't get your current contract ripped up and get immediate money. You got $28 million, which is still less than the top paid defensive tackle, and you don't get to see that for 2 years. So his agent needs to be slapped. Not only did you get the man traded from New York, the biggest market out there, you got him sent to Cincinnati, who has no defensive players around them. They have nowhere near the media market that New York has. And then he didn't even get new money immediately. He has to wait 2 years to get the new money. And he's still in the current contract that he's on.
Like, is he trying to prove a point? Like, is Dexter Lawrence trying to prove a point that he's better than the Giants, or that the Giants are trash? Or like, what is he trying to prove a point? Because that's kind of what it's starting to seem like to me. Because you do all that, you talk about all this money, and then you don't even get no real money that you was looking for. So
that's crazy.
Or is he just doing this for spite? Is he just doing this to spite the Giants? Is this personal? Is somehow this seems personal? Like you got out of here and for what? And you think you're on a better defense? Bro, they don't have Brian Burns and Abdul Carter over there. And now they don't have a top 10 pick to add anybody.
Yeah. You arguably went to a worse defense. And keep it a buck is really a worse situation because everything is based off Joe Burrow, T. Higgins, and Jamar Chase. Everything. Their cap situation is worse than the New York Giants. That's why you couldn't get the big contract with them. They had less cap room than us. So you just went out there in Cincinnati on good faith? This is, man, I don't know what his situation was about. Because all the Giants were going to do, you know how Joe Shane does. He was going to say, hey, look, we'll give you a contract where you earn $5 million more in incentives this year and get up to the $28 million. And then we're going to rip the contract up and give you your money, especially if you have a good season. We're going to give you your money. I guarantee you that's how it was. And Dex and them like, nah, we want it now. Well, dude, you're coming off the season where you had half a sack and your expectations were low and the team was low. We got rid of the people that were in the building. We brought in John Harbaugh. We get ready to make a change. Hold up for a second. No, I don't want it now. I don't want to play here no more. So did his agent play him? Thinking that they was going to get a bunch of money right now? Because me as an agent, I'm thinking in the best of my player. Getting him traded out of New York wasn't the best thing for him, especially now that we see that he didn't get a contract immediately. Now, if he got a contract immediately from the Bengals, okay, cool, you got your money. But he didn't even get his money. He still has to wait 2 years to get his money.
That's the thing right there, bro. Like, You ain't even get paid.
That's crazy. And then you got sent to a worse situation. In my opinion.
Yeah, I mean, if you look at the Bengals roster, they got B.J. Hill, Jonathan Allen, T.J. Slayton Jr., and Dexter Lawrence as interior defensive linemen. You know, you got Boye Mafe, Miles Murphy, Cedric Johnson, and then Shamar Stewart on the edge. You know, I'm guessing they running a 4-3. That's what it looks like here on the depth chart. But I mean, it's not Burns, Thibodeau, and Abdul Carter. Just be honest with you. And that's not being a Giants homer or anything like that. That's just keeping it a buck. Those dudes ain't like that.
And then
that's why they was making a big deal out of Trey Hendrickson leaving the Bengals, because they ain't really got nobody.
Like, this is crazy, bro. You on a team that's defensive tackle heavy. You got Jonathan Allen, Slayton, B.J. Hill, and you. Where's the pass rush coming from? Who are the linebackers that are going to stop the run? Who are the DBs that's going to stop the pass? Where are your safeties?
Situation is wookie. You got DJ Turner, Jalen Davis, Dax Hill.
Oh my God.
Yeah. Jordan Battle, Brian Cook. Safeties.
Oh my God.
That's what I'm saying. When you make a move like this, you put all the focus on him, on this dude. Who you think they're gonna blame when their defense is bad? What's Dexter Lawrence doing? He the one making money. He the one we traded our top 10 pick for. He the reason, you know what I'm saying? Well, he ain't the reason, but Trey Hendrickson ain't here, and we looking at this guy. They ain't gonna be looking at Boye Mafe. None of them other dudes. They looking at you.
Oh my God, bro.
You. Who else is it? You see what I'm saying? If that defense don't ball out, what's Dexter Lawrence doing? You better have 10 sacks.
Oh my God, this might hurt his career, bro. Because let's say the Bengals go out there and they're absolute dog water on defense. He's gonna want out of Cincinnati too.
Sorry.
And then you sign a 1-year deal after the 2 years.
See what I'm saying?
Yo, his agent should be shot. Who is his agent? He will fire his agent after this year. I guarantee it. Why would you force something like this, bro? And then don't even get the contract. I thought he was at least going to be like, yo, he signs a $30 million a year deal. They rip up his other deal. Joe Shane's a monster too. He said, okay. Harbaugh, Joe Shane, and Aponte sent them to the Bengals. And he didn't even get a new deal. That was for PR purposes.
The compensation wasn't even close to the number 10 pick, bro. Everybody else in the NFL was offering like Giants like a 2nd round pick.
Yeah, the Browns were even offering like a 2nd round pick and like a 3rd round pick next year or something. The Bengals gave him the 10th pick.
Right, coach. So what you think kind of pressure is? That wasn't nobody even close to the offer, bro. So you know what kind of pressure is going to be on this dude to perform. He better get his fat ass in the gym and get in shape, because he gonna have to go out there and be fucking Reggie White.
Man. Oh man, he's gonna have to be.
He's gonna have to be goddamn Aaron
Warren
Jones,
Sapp, Aaron Donald combined.
Yeah, Aaron Donald. I mean, yeah.
Yo, this is wild. This is absolutely wild. The man only got a 1-year, $28 million contract, and it's added to the years that he already has. What sense does that make? I hope that report is false. Or
Who
it's
reported it?
misconstrued. Like, that is wild. ESPN and them reporting it.
Oh, I mean, yeah, Adam Schefter. I'm not going to doubt Adam Schefter's information. He don't miss too many, so it's probably true.
Cincinnati had just under $5 million in 2026 cap space.
Yeah,
and $201 million in cap space for prior to. Oh my God! So he's literally going to have to do exactly what the Giants said they wanted him to do: play a year or two, get your status back, and we're going to give you your money.
Yeah. They probably did they give him more guaranteed money?
No, it's just a 1-year extension, $28 million. He's under the same contract that he's with the Giants. Under the same contract that he's with the Giants. And so that year, where in 2028, where they have 200-some million, which is going to be false because Joe Burrow is going to be up again, Jamar Chase is going to be up again, T. Higgins is going to be up again. And so if they trash, guess what? You ain't going to get that money. They're going to move on, and then you're going to be over 30 at the nose tackle position with like 2 or 3 seasons of bad football play underneath your belt if the Bengals don't shine.
Okay, what's good? Salute, bro.
You really ain't going to get no money.
Yo, let's look at it like this now. The Giants got the 10th overall pick.
That's right. A fact.
Dexter Lawrence has been traded, but they still have to address, the Giants have to address that interior defensive line. You got the 10th pick. So you got 5 and 10. 2 top 10 picks. And to me, that's something to work with right there. You know, and people talking about this draft has some really good players in it. And you got a chance to get 2 of 10, you know, with this now. So here's the thing. The Giants have needs across, you know what I'm saying? They have now another need in the interior. So you're talking about line, offensive line, defensive line, cornerback, you know, linebacker, wide receiver. You can't get it all, but you can get a lot because now you got those 3 top 50 picks. What should the Giants do with 5 and 10? Let's not think for a minute that they want to try to trade down, but all things have to work with 2 sides, have to be equal in a trade. And the Giants may not be able to trade out per se of one of those picks. But if they do, all cool as well and dandy. And we're going to do a mock draft here in a little bit. Y'all stay tuned. Hit that like and subscribe button. But I just want to kind of go through this scenario real quick since they do have these 2 picks now. Remember, they have pick 37 as well in the second round. So you got 3 out of the top 50. Still don't have a third rounder, though. So I know Joe Shane, John Harbaugh, and them want to get into the meat and potatoes of this draft, which is the second, third, and fourth rounds, you know, with more draft capital. But let's just keep our focus right now for now, because we're going to get into a mock draft on 5 and 10. What should be the approach, in your opinion? Chat, you can chime in what should be the approach with 5 and 10? I've heard a lot of different scenarios, and I mean, Giants can go a number of different directions here. They still have those needs. I pointed them out, and now this one as well is now a need. So what do you think they should do with 5 and 10?
If you can't move out of one of those picks, 5, you get blue chip prospect. You got to get a blue chip prospect at 5. It will help if Sonny Styles is there because he's a blue chip prospect at a position of need, which is linebacker. Or Caleb Downs, you could go safety. Who knows what they do there, but a blue chip prospect. And with that number 10 pick, man, if I can't get out of it, I'm taking the best guard or Jordan Tyson, to be honest with you. And they are really heavy on Jordan Tyson. You fly across the country in the middle of doing a trade for Dexter Lawrence, you still fly across the country to see Jordan Tyson. You're really interested. But even though I think he's going to be one heck of a player, I just don't want them to draft that running back because it's just overkill, man. We already got 2 good running backs, in my opinion. Go out there, get you, I don't know, if you could get Styles and Downs, that would be good too.
Yeah, Mr. February says Styles and Downs.
That would be excellent. You get help in the front 7 and the back end. But I do believe one of those picks will be Jordan Tyson. If he falls to 10, most definitely is Jordan Tyson. I can pretty much guarantee you that. But if he doesn't fall to 10, and let's say somebody like the Commanders or somebody grab him, I think they go best guard. If not, then you go Jordan Tyson. But that second round pick, but we're talking about 5 and 10. So Sonny Styles and somebody or Caleb Downs, it's gonna be like that, man.
Here's the thing. Shout out to Eric Johnson. He says, Pat, why take an injury prone wide receiver? I'll let you answer that, and then I'm gonna chime in.
I mean, if you just want to base everything off reports that you've seen, I mean, heck, I think he got his injuries out the way, to be honest with you. And you got to think about the upside of that. You can't think about negative about everything. That dude across from Elite Neighbors, dude, it can get real exciting over here in New York, man, with Jordan Tyson, Elite Neighbors, Isaiah Likely, Jackson Dart, Cam Scatterbo, Tyrone Tracy, Theo Johnson. Like, it can get real exciting out there. Everybody wants this offense that everybody can cry about and be happy about. Oh, you want to be like the Bengals and put up 30 points a game. Jordan Tyson helps that out a lot. And if you want to talk that noise about Jordan Tyson, then talk about Malik Neighbors too, because Malik Neighbors is coming off the ACL.
You studied Jordan Tyson, right? How is Jordan Tyson's run blocking from a wide receiver standpoint?
It's actually half decent. It's pretty good. He has that big 6'2" frame. John Harbaugh, that's what he preaches. His receivers block in his system. So Jordan Tyson is an athlete. He can go out there and block. He's 6'2", 215 now? And he has the frame to get up to 220, 225 if he wanted to. So now we got that bigger receiver that can run block for us. It's not freaking Mighty Mouse out there trying to block on run plays. You see what I'm saying? And now you got a true route runner on the other side of Malik Neighbors that could go up and catch that ball just like Malik Neighbors in 50-50 situations, back shoulder situations, tough catch situations. It's not Slayton, it's Jordan Tyson. So, and red zone threat all day long. So he can help this team out tremendously. And to get him at 10 and get a guy like Sonny Styles or Caleb Downs or whatever, I think that's a win-win situation.
Yeah.
Tate's not falling to 10.
Yeah, I don't. You have to take Tate at 5, and I'm not taking him at 5. Here's the thing with Jordan Tyson with the injuries. You said it. Like, all these dudes go through ACLs, hamstrings, different injuries throughout their career. You got a player in Malik Neighbors, because I don't think Malik Neighbors had a bunch of injuries coming out of college. You know what I'm saying? But guess what? Now he's got a major injury he's coming back from. So you could say the same thing in reverse. A guy coming out with a bunch of injuries, maybe he gets, you know what I'm saying, more healthier as his body develops and as he gets training and, you know what I'm saying, and recovery from the injuries that he's already dealing with. That's one way to look at it. Another way to look at it is the fact that you don't need Jordan Tyson to be your number one receiver. You know what I'm saying? So you don't have to have him take a whole bunch of snaps in his rookie season. You know what I'm saying? You can build him up as he does get back healthy and, you know what I'm saying, fills out his frame and everything to an NFL level. You know, you get your NFL strength, your grown man strength, as they say. Then, you know what I'm saying, as he, you know, you'll probably move on from Mooney, maybe Austin, maybe Slayton after this year, and then he'll take on a bigger role in year two, as would be the ideal situation for a Jordan Tyson guy. You know, so I do think that is a possibility for the Giants. I kind of like all these possibilities. The one that I don't like is taking a running back at 5. That's the one, you know what I'm saying, that I can't get down with it. I can't get down with it. You know what I'm saying? To me, it's just
out of pocket for that shit. Way out of pocket. What do you gain from that?
What do you gain from that? You know what I'm saying? And Eric, well, he's not just a da 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 da. Look, you still got to get a guard. Remember. So we can't be thinking about running back, you know, per se. Now, the ideal thing, a lot of people would say, is take Sonny Styles and then take a guard. The thing with the guard, and you know, we studied the guards, studied the linemen. You can get a lot of those guys in the second to third rounds, but you got to pick up that second, third round pick. So 10 should be a situation where the Giants could look to trade down, as you know, a lot of people put in the chat. So what do you think a trade down would look like from 10? Do you think they could pick up a third?
Yeah, most definitely. You could pick up a third.
So
somebody that's in the lower first round will want to come up to 10. I mean, like you could go to, let's see, you go to Tankathon. Let's see who's down there, because I think Miami's a team that's there. They got 2 first round picks. So if you look at it, you got let's say the Jets want to get back up to 10 from 16. You could definitely get a third round pick from them if they wanted to trade up and get somebody else.
They don't got a third. That's the thing with the Jets. They don't have a third they give you. They will have to give you a second.
Yeah, I don't think you could get a second from them.
See what I'm saying?
I mean, but let's say if Buffalo wants to trade up, if there's a receiver or something on the board, they want to get up at 10. You know, what if they want to take Jordan Tate at 10? You know, Buffalo would give you 26. Will probably have to give you a third round or maybe even a second rounder this year because they're at 26. Baltimore, what if they want to get up to 10? You can sway them out of a third round pick to get up to 10.
That could be a team to watch for. Baltimore, I'm looking at it. Baltimore or maybe Tampa. Does Tampa Bay have a third? I need to look at the third round picks because the Giants going to want to try to get that third rounder.
Yeah, they definitely going to want to try to get him back in the third round.
You know what I'm saying? And I don't know why. I don't. Okay, right here, full order. So, third rounder, yeah, Tampa has 77.
So it just depends. You see, Baltimore got 80.
Baltimore got 80.
So it just depends, man. Who would want to jump up there and grab somebody? You know, I don't know. Say if Jacksonville or somebody wanted to get up there and grab somebody, but I don't think Jacksonville has a first round pick.
They don't.
So that's
it's
really
got to be one of those. It's got to be. I'm thinking it's going to be one of those 11, 12. Well, you ain't trading with Dallas, so it's going to be 11, Miami, 13, 14, 15, or 16. But see, the Jets lack the capital to do it because they just got the second rounder. They don't have a third. They got 2 second rounders now. They do got 2 second rounders, but they don't have a third rounder. So
I think you could get your nose tackle or guard in the second round. To be honest with you,
I'm saying, yeah, and I think they need to try to get extra picks. So with that being said, let's do a little mock draft with live mock draft right here on Giants Conversation. Fresh off the Dexter Lawrence trade. So we're going to do it right here live with you guys' interaction. So y'all keep it locked here. Hit your comments in. We want to get it. I want to try to fit in 2. We may just only do 1 though, because you know how we talk. So, but the thing of it is, you know what I'm saying? I want to do 1 with trades. So do y'all want to do the one with trades first, or y'all want to do just a straight up one? You know what I'm saying? Y'all could put it in the chat. Me and Pat will think on it, man. But this is New York Giants Conversation, man. Check out Mock Draft Century, man. We do this Mock Draft Century, man. Shout out to you, Pat, man. Mock Draft Century, man. We about to get into it, man. Coming right back. Let's get it.
With the first pick in the 2000 NFL Draft, the Oakland Raiders select
ABSN. Welcome to Mock Draft Central, live on the ABSN.
All right.
A lot of people want the trades. We got a couple of votes for trades. We got a couple of votes for straight.
All right. Straight mock draft with trades because it might happen. Okay. I agree. Want to trade? Okay, let's go with the trades. We'll entertain some trades. We may make some, we may not make them, but we'll entertain the trades in this one. So let's see. We got this. We'll put this on fast. 7 rounds. All right, let's get into it. So, all right. First trade offer. I know y'all ain't trying to trade with the Commanders. I know y'all ain't trying to trade with the Commanders.
They coming up, but this could be a real scenario, to be honest with you, because they're
offering a second next year though.
So
do you want to counter?
Yeah, counter. See what they do a second this year. And then it would be like a 4th or 5th next year.
From us?
No, from them.
I think the Giants have to give up something.
We would probably have to give up a 6th round pick, a 4th or 6th round pick.
2027? No, that ain't gonna work.
No, and this year.
This year? That ain't gonna work either.
You have to go up a little higher. Probably have to do 145, the 5th round pick.
A 4th next year.
I don't think they accept anything next year. It will have to be this year.
Yeah, it says likely accepted.
I'm just talking about in real life, but go ahead.
I'm just going off the sim. In real life, I don't think they give you 7 and 71 to move up 2 spots. I don't think they do that. I don't. They may, and a 5th, but I don't know. I don't like that trade. Do y'all think we should stick and pick? What do y'all think?
I mean, is that the only proposed trade that they had?
Yeah, that's the only proposed trade. It's just one offer.
I think they stay at 5, to be honest with you, and they go with.
Yeah, I don't want to play with stupid Commanders. Forget them. All right, so we got Carnell Tate, Jeremiah Love, Sonny Styles, Maui Aga, Caleb Downs. Who do y'all think we should select? My vote is Sonny Styles. Who you voting for?
Sonny Styles, myself.
Chat, who y'all got? Because a lot of people like Jeremiah Love. A lot of people like the guard, Maui Aga. Some people like Mansour Delane.
Chat saying Styles too.
All right. Yeah, I think we should go Styles. I do. I think that. I think the Giants want this pick, but the Titans want Reuben Bain Jr.
Yeah, that's crazy work.
All right, 3 edge rushers went back to back to back. We getting a linebacker. Sonny Styles it is.
Yep. Everybody in chat. Yep, everybody in chat saying Styles.
All right, now here's where it get funky. You got 3 trade offers. Let's look at the first one. This is pick 10 now. Miami offering pick 11 and a 3rd next year. You got the Seahawks offering pick 32, 64, 96, they 2nd and 3rd next year.
Godly.
Kudu, they want. They want. Oh, I know who they want. They want to get on their next Kenneth Walker.
Yep, that's who they want right there, Jeremiah Love.
All right, next, the 49ers. They trying to get in the Jeremiah Love sweepstakes. Now, this is a scenario I like. If he drops that Jeremiah Love kid, and these teams come a calling thirsty like this, look at this: 27, 58, a 2nd, a 3rd, and a 4th next year.
That trade might be better than Seattle's. Go back to Seattle's.
Yeah, okay. Seattle, 32, 64, 96.
Oh, they giving us a 1st, 2nd, and 3rd. Good Lord. The 49ers giving us a 1st and a 2nd, right?
Yeah.
And then we get a 2nd, 3rd, and 4th next year. Go back to Seattle's. We getting the 2nd and 3rd from Seattle. Both those picks are going to be real low, so you can't bring that equation. Man, San Francisco's is vicious, but does the pick 27 and 32 mean that much? Does picking at 27 mean that much more than picking at 32? And then 58 to 64? But we also get a 3rd round pick this year too with Seattle's trade. But we lose a 4th round pick next year if we take Seattle's trade. But you still get a 2nd and 3rd. I think that Seattle trade is dope.
32?
32. So go back to
96.
So go back to San Francisco's. You got 27 and 58. So you're picking earlier this year with San Francisco's trade, but you're losing out on a 3rd round pick this year, but you're gaining a 4th round pick next year.
We need to recoup something this year, though, right?
I mean, that's the.
Do you want 96? See what I'm saying?
Getting the extra pick this year can help, bro.
That's what I'm saying. The extra
and you're
pick
still
this
getting
year.
the second and third next year too.
Yeah. Just losing out on the fourth.
And we were already talking about picking a guard and a defensive tackle in the second round anyway, so we might be able to get both of them this year.
That's a massive trade down offer, though. Would you want to trade down if you got an offer like this, chat? Would you want to trade down this far from pick 10 to pick 32 or from pick 10 to pick 27? Pretty much a 5.
Seattle's trade is actually better, bro. Seattle's trade helps us out more now and still helps us in the future. Because that third round pick we pick up.
Yeah. Yeah, and then the other trade was Miami. But they ain't giving you much. They just want to move up one spot. So, Seattle or San Francisco? What y'all got? See, Seattle. People saying Seattle's trade. Okay.
Yeah, Seattle's trade makes the most sense.
So
because now you pick 32, 37, and 64 now, and 96. You see what I'm saying?
So we're going to make this trade with Seattle. We're going to pick up a second this year and next year, and we get a third.
They gave you first, second, third. It's just at the bottom of each round. So they gave you a first, second, third. So we actually got 2 seconds. Well, yeah, we actually got 2 seconds. Still get 2 firsts, 2 seconds.
I wonder who they coming
and 1/3.
Get.
Yeah, I know, that's crazy.
It was Jeremiah Love, wasn't it? You got another trade offer here. Detroit, they want to go up all the way down to 50. I'm gonna reject that. We're gonna stick and pick this time.
But go up, I guarantee they took Jeremiah Love.
Took Jeremiah Love, bro.
Yep.
I knew it. And San Francisco was trying to get him to pair him with Christian McCaffrey. Good God. But yeah. All right. The Commanders took KC Concepcion. Cowboys took Kenyon Sadiq.
Ooh, Lord have mercy.
Steelers got Vega. Eagles got Caleb Lemieux. So a lot of offensive linemen went off the board. And I think the draft could very well go like this. You're going to see a lot of these offensive linemen. People know the value of offensive linemen now. So Blake Miller.
Peter Woods is off the board.
Yep.
Caden McDonald is off the board.
On the hood. Denzel
Boston just came off the board.
There you go. Now you
got
a
receiver. Is Jordan Tyson still there? Oh, okay.
No.
Who took Jordan Tyson? He must have went high.
He went 8.
Oh, he went to the Saints. Okay, so he was gone before we picked that 10. So that was a good trade back. So now you got pick 32 and 37. Do you get your guard and your defensive tackle on these spots?
So let's look at guard. You got Basantis, you got Pregnon, you got Rutledge. Defensive tackle, you got Christian Miller, you got Lee Hunter, you got Caleb Banks. You got all the guys you like.
Yeah, I like Lee Hunter out of all of them. Christian Miller is pretty good too. But I like Lee Hunter the best out of those 3.
Who do you need more out of all the offensive linemen, the offensive guards, and the the defensive tackles? If
you like Chase Basantes, I think you have to get him here.
Well, you still got 37.
Yeah, but the way linemen are going, you're probably gone if you like Chase Basantes.
But I can deal with Pregnon too, or Rutledge.
Yeah, but I'm saying if you like Chase Basantes and that's the guy that you absolutely want, you might have to take him here. That's the guy you absolutely want. Because the way linemen are going, they're going fast.
So here's the scenario. Do we go guard or defensive tackle? Chat. Chase Basantes or Emmanuel Pregnon versus Christian Miller. Christian Miller, Lee Hunter, or Caleb Banks. I think the D tackle wins out, but
Me too, and I think Lee Hunter is the pick.
But what y'all think? Offensive lineman, guard, and remember you got pick 37 now. So, and you got 64 after that. So, you know what I'm saying? I'm saying D tackle too. Laz says D tackle.
Yeah, I like Lee Hunter.
It's gonna be fun. It's gonna be fun, Darnell, for sure. D tackle.
Chat saying
all right, let's go D tackle then.
And I like Hunter. I think he fits us best for what
Lee Hunter, yeah.
Harbaugh wants to do with the nose tackle position.
So I like Lee Hunter too. I think he's the guy. All right, so we got Lee Hunter. Got two trade offers, one from the Colts to move down from 37 to 47. You get a fifth. You got to give up a fifth, and then you get a second from them in next year's draft. And then you got Denver, who wants to move up. They want to give you 62 and 108.
Back, we got to get a guy.
Yeah, I think you need to get a player here. So I'm gonna reject these two trades, and we're gonna go for it. So, guard Basantis is still there. You do have Chris Bell and Chris Brazil, two very good wide receivers.
Chris Bell over Brazil all day.
Yeah, me too.
So go to offensive guard.
Throwing it out there. Pregnon, you got Rutledge, you got all the guards are still there.
So if you go receiver here, our next pick is at 64.
Yeah.
Do you think Rutledge is somebody?
I don't know about that, bro. I don't know about that because look at where they're ranked in this simulator.
Because the guards after that, not too high on Dunker.
Not too high on Dunker. He's okay. This kid right here is rising up boards. Nuawu. But I don't know.
Yeah, I like Farmer.
Yeah, he's a bit of a project though. Bo Stevens. Yeah, some of these guys.
I like him better than the other one.
Yeah. So.
And you can get plenty of receivers in this draft in the later rounds. But I
think there'll be a guy in the third round, receiver wise, that you can get. We're talking about Ted Hurst, maybe there. You know, a lot of people like Zachariah Branch, you know, Jacoby. Some of these guys are more like slot dudes, though. But looking at the bigger receivers, Malachi Fields is a kid rising up boards as well. Jordan Hudson, we did a video on him. Josh Cameron as well. So I think you can get some gems in the later rounds.
You got DeSantis, Pregnon, and Rutledge.
Who you like?
I like Rutledge and Pregnon.
Which one you like better, Pregnon or Rutledge?
I think Rutledge has the most athleticism and fits what Harbaugh wants to do a little bit better. But I like Pregnon's strength and his tenacity. But Rutledge is a tenacity dude too. But Basantis is the best pass blocker out of all three of them, and I don't think it's close. So are we running a power run scheme, or are we trying to get, you know, Jackson Dart? You see what I'm saying? Like, to me, if you're trying to get the power run,
a lot of people say
I like Rutledge too. I actually like Rutledge almost the best out of those three because Rutledge gives you more versatility when it comes to the run game. So I don't know who you like. I'm going Rutledge.
Yeah. I really do think it depends on the scheme. I think if it's my pick, I'm probably gonna go Pregnon, but I would take Rutledge if we really trying to run the football.
Click the clipboard by see what it says.
Yeah, I already know. I mean, I already know this is a guy that's going to pull and be able to get out in space, and he's going to make he's got the athleticism. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, he's energized with his foot speed and play pace. He has combined mass, which leads to devastating bouts of hand force and rotational torque. In the run game, his assessment sound, angle sound, and roll versatile with the hip flexibility to execute reach blocks, and in pass protection, he bends the line between patience and proactivity well, and is aggressive on help blocks. Yeah, he's that. I'm telling you, he's going to be able to do those reach blocks, combo blocks, and get out in space, pull blocks.
See what they say on Pregnon. Because I like Pregnon a lot too. I'm not gonna lie.
Yeah. This guy I think has a little more power, a little lower base. Over 6'5", 320, powerful arms. Ability to get his hands on defenders quickly and violently, anchor and redirect. That's what I mean by that base. His ability to anchor is very good with his power and strength. He has more than enough lateral explosion to be gap to gap and to reach landmarks and climb the second level. So he's not slow.
No,
he can
he's
do
not slow.
those
I think they
blocks
both can.
too.
I think they both can fit. But if you're looking for more power, I think it's Pregnon.
If that's what I'm saying. I think he got the more power as far as
I would go with Pregnon. Because if you're looking for power with him and power with the fullback Ricard and power with Scabo, short yardage situations look a lot easier.
Yeah,
I'm just gonna tell you that.
Yeah, you got Ricard. Yeah, so I'm telling you, he gonna be able to help move the pile. You know
I will go Pregnon. Go Pregnon.
So we're gonna go Pregnon here. All right, and see, some of them receivers got snatched up. Yeesh. All right, Kansas City with an offer here, 74. I'm gonna hide this for now. I want to see who's on the board because I think a lot of the receivers got picked. Yes, they did. Chris Brazil has dropped. Chris Brazil the third has slid.
Mm-hmm.
He has slid. Why? Look, because Skylar Bell got took over him.
And Ted Hurst went early to the Bengals. Good grief. So your second round pick, you put it on a receiver? That is crazy work. Wow.
Bell went to the Rams.
Ooh, that's dangerous.
Yeah.
Ty Simpson went to the Browns?
Oh my God. How many quarterbacks do you need? All right, so we here at 64. What you trying to do, man? Let's go to all real quick. You got Brazil. You got a corner here trading Stoops.
Is that the dude? Go to his clipboard. I think is that big corner from them? Yep.
6'1", 190.
He's all right. He's actually pretty doggone good.
Yeah, I think he's gonna be a pretty good, decent corner.
He's just older coming out. He's like 24, 25. You can check out some
zone. He's zone heavy, so that's what it's saying in his report. But Julian Neal's another corner.
That's a good one. Then Mike Washington Jr. is there from Arkansas. He's still there. It's crazy. Josiah Trotter, that linebacker, he's a monster.
Yeah, we got Sonny Styles.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, that is right. We picked Sonny Styles at Friday.
So this is the Giants who we got so far. Sonny Styles, Lee Hunter, and Pregnon. So right here we at 64. What are y'all thinking? Corner or receiver? That's what I'm trying to kind of leaning. These corners are pretty decent. Julian Neal, Stoops, Will Lee the third. You know,
I like Stoops over Will Lee. Will Lee is too handsy for me. Way too handsy.
I like Julian Neal. I think he's pretty good too. He's 6'2", 203.
Yeah, he's a big corner.
Big corner. You know what I mean? So, what do y'all think? Corner, receiver. Receivers, we got Chris Brazell, Jacoby Belaine, Bryce Lance, Zachariah Branch. I don't know.
I like Malachi Fields, Malik Benson. I like a lot of those receivers down there. It's something about, I think this can actually happen to that Tennessee kid. I don't know. It's something about those Tennessee kids people don't like. They like one-trick ponies, I guess.
Yeah, well, he's 6'4", 198. You know what I mean? It's a big target. You know. I don't know. What you think?
I'm not taking Chris Brazell. I'm taking one of the corners. And if it's me, I'm taking Stoops. It's either Stoops or Neal.
Chat, what y'all think? Corner or... Now, your next pick is at 96. You may still have Malachi Fields there if you like him.
Yeah, Malachi Fields will be there.
You know what I'm saying? So...
But he's not that number. He's gonna have to develop into that number 2 receiver opposite of Malik Neighbors. But if you're taking him almost in the 4th round, that's not bad. It's either you get that Mike Washington cat, Stoops, or Neal to me.
We can go Stoops. I'll let you get this one.
So,
and no, not trading with the Cowboys. I don't like this offer either. We giving up too much. All right. Let's look at these wide receivers before we don't get one. You still got them all there.
They're all there.
Yeah,
we got the next pick at 105. They'll still be there.
So, are we going BPA? This is what the board looks like.
Lawson's a very good one. Michael Trigg is still on the board.
I don't know, man. I think we need to really look at wide receiver at some point here soon. I understand you can get some in the later rounds too. How do you feel about the line? Do you want to add another lineman?
I haven't heard of a Crown over, but check him out.
So he's 6'7", 319. Says Demarius Crownover has the tools to win the allure of NFL team in the first 2 rounds, and he's quickly trending up on the operational side. The 6'7", 335-pound blocker was originally a tight end recruit, if you can believe it. He played two-way between tight end and defensive end in high school before being molded into a starting offensive tackle in College Station. At his size with over 35-inch arms, truly an overwhelming physical specimen. He says he has a clean pass set, good patience, a strong ankle footwork, and seems destined to eventually start on the NFL stage. At his size, natural deficiencies in leverage acquisition and need bend limit Crownover's situational mobility at times, but he's nevertheless present, compelling upside for teams that value explorative size and power at O-tackle. So big.
That's a great stash pick right here.
Offensive tackle here.
Yeah.
You get I like adding. I like to continue to add to the offensive line with picks.
Yeah,
like
I
this,
think that's
these
a great
mid-round.
stash pick right there.
No, we got most of our needs out the way. So, what y'all think? Offensive line, or do we double up and get another linebacker here, or even a running back?
Deontay Lawson is good from Alabama, but I actually like that tackle. That tackle makes sense because what if our tackles are getting a little older in the tooth, and what if Andrew Thomas keeps getting hurt?
Yeah. Or maybe Andrew Thomas pulls a Dexter Lawrence next year and wants out because he's just tired of the regime and he's sick of being on the Giants. All right. I'm thinking this tackle. I'm liking this tackle pick too. Hopefully we can get our wide receiver at 105. But chat, what y'all think? O-line?
Everybody's saying take the tackle.
Take the tackle. All right. Demarius Crownover. So you never know. This is somebody we might hear on draft day. All right. Back on the clock at 105. What you thinking? Wide receiver.
You can try to attack wide receiver if you want to.
Kendrick
I like
Law.
Malik Benson. I like Malachi Fields. We go down a little bit more. There's a kid from Cincinnati still there too. There go Josh Cameron. Shoot, that kid from Cincinnati might be. Oh, there go Jeff Caldwell. I don't know how he's at 220, but okay. So it just depends on who you believe that could play opposite of Malik Neighbors if they're developed correctly.
I think Malachi Fields can do it. Malik Benson can do it. How tall is he? He's a smaller cat though. But if I'm looking for the big target is Malachi Fields. He's 6'4". So I would like Fields or even this kid Jordan Hudson. I like this cat too.
And I know he has the route running to do it. Jordan Hudson, him and Malik Benson.
So, what you think?
Actually, it's something about that Jordan Hudson kid, man. He got dog in him. I know he do. He got a lot of dog in him. But so does Malik Benson. Now, Malachi Fields, is he a guy that you want to just develop as the big receiver? Because I don't know if he could develop into a number 10. I mean, a number 2 receiver. As far as just being counted on as be the other guy, just to like, if Neighbors is having an off day, he can take up the slack. But I do believe he could be a great red zone threat and possession type receiver for your team.
So you got a couple. You got a running back here. You got a tight end. So those are some other positions you could think about. You got Derek Moore at edge. Limbs or another linebacker.
Very good from TCU.
Charles Demmons, your guy, another corner. So those are guys you could think about too. But I mean, chat, what y'all thinking? Do we go wide receiver here? Are we just looking at offense? We got running back, center. We got some more linemen, a couple tight ends, but wide receiver, we got Benson, Malachi Fields, and I like Jordan Hudson. He's a little bit lower rated. Don't know if he's going to make it to 145 though.
I mean, you can
take Josh Cameron and or Jeff Caldwell. You can get those guys later if you want if you pass here. But I think
actually that linebacker from TCU is appealing too because he's really good. I don't know how he's here in the 4th round. But if you're looking for a bigger guy that can make an impact at the number 2, I think Jeff Caldwell's that guy. But if you're looking for a guy,
Fields or Campbell, Malachi Fields or Josh Campbell. No more Stonehand receivers from Tennessee. Yeah, I don't think we need the Tennessee receivers, but all right. Damn. I'm thinking about passing too. I don't know though, man. I don't think you're gonna be able to get. I think Fields and Benson and a lot of these guys are gonna be gone. So I do think
I know Fields and Benson will be gone.
So what do you
Hudson
think?
might still be there,
Yeah,
and I
don't
know,
think
and
he's
I
gonna
know,
be there either.
and I know Jeff Caldwell will be there.
Yeah, but he's developmental too, like real developmental. So what are you thinking? Benson, Fields, or Hudson? That's what I'm putting in between.
I gotta, man, look at that linebacker again.
Take a linebacker.
Man, dog, that Elam's Orr dude can turn into a beast, and I think he can actually compete.
Got
with
Edmonds and Sonny Styles.
That's right. I keep forgetting we took Sonny Styles. I keep forgetting that.
Yeah.
All right. Well, go to safety.
Deshaun Singleton is. Oh, we can get him late. We can get him with
We
the
can
next
get him
pick.
later. Yeah.
We can get him. With
He
the
done
next
climbed those draft boards too, since we've been talking about. He done climbed them.
Mhm.
Caldwell will be there later too. Don't need an edge now that Dex is gone. I think they can get that money to Thibodeau now. All right, and you might have to just go ahead and bite the bullet and take the receiver, man.
Man, I'm taking this receiver. Get my
And if
quarterback
so, which one
started.
do you like? Because we could get the bigger receiver in the later round with Caldwell. Because remember, we picked up some picks. So
What is the picks you got? 105.
we got 145,
145,
186,
192,
192.
193. So you got 5 picks left.
So
I'm taking my receiver right here.
It's
Either
between
Hudson
and Benson for me.
Fields or Benson. So
Because I like Caldwell better than Fields.
Mhm. I don't know. Like,
I think Hudson is the better route runner.
I think Hudson got the more. I think he's more. Yeah, I think I
He's
like
more
Hudson.
physical too.
Yeah, I like because I
Way more physical.
These light guys, bro. And he's a light guy too, but he don't play light. That's what I'm saying. I'm taking Hudson. So Jordan Hudson it is. All right. We're not entertaining any trades at this point. Got the trading out the way. All right. So looking at all, Malachi Fields went 2 picks before. The pool is thinning out. What we going? Defense? You said look at safety.
Yep.
Singleton's still there.
And our next pick is at 186.
He won't be there at 186 though. Promise you that.
Watch. We got a corner. We got a linebacker. We got a defensive tackle. We actually got 2 offensive linemen. We actually doing pretty doggone good now. These are like
another defensive tackle too.
Hey, I like a part right there.
If you want to,
you can develop those 2 dudes to be monsters next to each other. Now I do like that right there.
He's good. Calling this dude's all right too. And then there was another one down here, Xavier Harris.
He reminds me of Campbell, Calais Campbell, as far as his build.
Yep. So those would be guys
Now,
that I'll be looking at.
I wouldn't mind K-Part right here. Nah,
Get you another Clemson dude.
You know what I'm saying? But let's look at running back. We gotta replace blown motor here sooner or later.
Who you like here?
None of them.
Yeah, I ain't really.
None of them.
I'm impressed with none of these dudes.
I don't like none of
them. So, all right. That being said, should we look at what edge? I mean, what safety or D tackle? I'll take the D tackle.
I'm thinking the D tackle's gonna be there.
K-Part ain't gonna be there at the next pick.
I'm talking about. I mean the safety. I think the safety's gonna be there. I know K-Part won't.
I don't think that safety's gonna be there either. He might, but I doubt it. Because he's the. Let me see. He's the third one rated safety here in the simulator. Depends on how they do it, but if people start going
K-Part, man.
Safety,
two big monsters that down there. That's a lot of beef.
All right, K-Part it is. We'll see if the safety lasts. And he's gone. It's like I said. So, I don't know if you have a backup plan at safety, but that dude's gone. I knew he was going to get took.
I mean, Jacoby Thomas from Miami's pretty good.
Or do you want to get another corner?
I'd rather get another corner. TJ Hall is all right. But these are really picks that you think that you can develop, man.
Mm-hmm. So you go to all, you got this pool of players. Got a tight end or running back.
See what that center looked like.
I think we need to add to the secondary. We only drafted one corner, and our secondary is not, because we didn't get Caleb Downs. We got Sonny Styles. We got two linemen. But this says this is he has experience at tackle, but is projected to play center and guard. Another Lemieux. 305. His torso flexibility and free ankle swivels aids in power absorption and leveraging. His hip fluidity enables him to adjust his base alignment and transition fully on recovery. And he's ultra consistent at retaining leg action and using effortless leg churn to maximize his lower body power, output, and drive in the run game. So,
I mean, he's a project, but these picks here, you looking to see if you could develop somebody. So you can look at a couple of DBs, see if we could develop somebody there. But these are developmental picks. So when I look at six rounders. Oh shit, Jack Kelly is there. At linebacker.
She want another linebacker.
Andre Fuller's pretty good from Toledo.
You got to put somebody in this secondary. I don't like taking corners in the first couple rounds, but we definitely need to bring somebody in to compete until we get to that point where we have a true number one.
But like I said, this they're not here to compete.
200 pounds. Yeah, it's just a back.
Guys develop. So you got to look at his developmental traits. What can you develop with him? Because he's not going to compete this year unless he just turns out to be a monster.
I'm saying back end, compete for a back end roster spot. Back end roster spot. That'd be like the fourth, fifth corner. You know what I'm saying? Tackling.
I like him from Toledo. He's actually good, and he can be developed. He's big, rangy, and he plays the ball.
Best in press. He says his best in press heavy schemes. Function as quality depth and has quality starter upside. So I'll trust this evaluation here for now. And
I like him out of all those corners up there.
Yeah,
he's the last corner that I would take to develop.
So we got 192. We got back-to-back picks here now. So now we go back to all. So there's your Josh Kelly. There's Josh Cameron. We could take both of these guys.
I mean, I want Jack Kelly, bro. I know he could develop into something.
And I want Josh Cameron. So we're gonna take Jack Kelly, and we're gonna take Josh Cameron, and there you have it.
I mean,
moving on.
Those are developmental picks. I ain't mad at that.
That's it. Gave us a B-. I think this is a fantastic draft. And we got a second and a third next year out of it. So, here you are. You got Sonny Styles, Lee Hunter.
Gave us a C
with the trade and the trade down. Yeah, that's crazy. You got Emmanuel Pregnon.
We both agreed on that one.
Yep. Trading Stooks.
Hey, A+. I told you.
Demetrius Crownover, C. Jordan Hudson, didn't like that pick, C-. Didn't like K-Part, C-. I like Andre Fuller, got a B. Yeah. Got a B- for Josh Kelly and a B- for Josh Cameron. So you get two linebackers, Kelly and Styles, Jack Kelly you could develop. Sonny Styles won't be your 1A with Tremaine Edmonds. You beef up your interior off the Dexter Lawrence trade by getting Lee Hunter and DeMonte Capehart, who's a monster too. Y'all go look at him. Lee Hunter and DeMonte Capehart, I think that's too good. If you sign DJ Reader and you got Alexander, and yeah, you got some bodies to throw out there. You know, you get you a developmental tackle along with a starting guard and Pregnon. You get Stokes right here in the third round who can develop, you know what I'm saying, and hopefully compete at corner. And then you get another developmental corner because you need help in the secondary. You got to get that secondary right, you know. And then Josh Cameron can help you, you know, on special teams. You know, he can help you in different areas. This dude's good. I'm surprised he got him ranked so low. But he can play, and Kelly can play too. You know, we watched this film. He's going to be a special team guy to start off. These two will be special teams guys to start off, but eventually they'll get into your rotation as you start to flip your roster and move on from some guys. So I think overall this draft is amazing. What you think?
What's going on, Randall Barrett? Thank you for tuning in. Hit that like and subscribe button for not taking another Indiana linebacker. He plays just like how the guy that we have here, Aiden Fisher. That's not a guy that I want on this team as far as a linebacker position. But I think this draft is really good. We doubled up at some positions. We doubled up at receiver. We doubled up at defensive tackle. We doubled up at linebacker. And we doubled up with offensive lineman and doubled up at DB. So there's a lot of doubles in this draft.
It is.
I like the DBs that we picked, Andre Fuller and Stoops. Like those two guys can really develop, and they're not counting on us being number one guys when they're coming in. They can play behind Paulson Debo and Newsome their first year. Banks is still here. Phillips is still here. So we got corners for your ass now. You know what I'm saying? Like, and both of them are play the same. Both of them are good in press coverage, and both of them are good at getting their hands on defenders, and both are 6'1" and higher. I like Jack Kelly at the back end I think special teams, he's going to be one of John Harbaugh's favorite players, Jack Kelly. I'm telling you. And that dude, when he blitzes, he's an absolute maniac when he blitzes. I like Jordan Hudson. Jordan Hudson, I think, is a little underrated because of the school that he's coming from. But I think he could develop into something if you give him a chance. See, a lot of these players don't get to develop into what they're supposed to be because they don't get a chance. And sometimes it's their fault, and sometimes it's not their fault. But Jordan Hudson is a good guy. I like him at the receiver position because he's tough. He's like super tough, bro. Like, he's the dude that's gonna make that crucial catch for your team. So you go look up Jordan Hudson and you see why NYG liked him at that position and at that time. Yeah. I would have liked to have gotten Jeff Caldwell, but we went with Josh Cameron. Josh Cameron definitely brings you another special teams element. He returns punts and kickoff returns, and he's a big guy. Even though he's only 6'2", he plays like he's 6'4", 6'5". So I like that. I think Lee Hunter, no, he's not a replacement for Dex, but he's damn good. And he's one of those fat dudes that you're going to have to put two people on him. And once he gets his grown man strength, he might turn into a huge problem.
Him, K-Park,
yeah,
Alexander, get some guys out there, man.
You know, we get the veteran and DJ Reader. You know what I'm saying? Sign DJ Reader.
We got Harrison Robertson. You know what I'm saying?
Let those guys develop. And when those young guys come in, let them eat, let them hunt. I think we did very good with this draft, bro. And Pregnon is going to be a starter. Sonny Styles is going to be a starter. Lee Hunter is going to be a starter here soon. Jordan Hudson might turn into be your starter because I think he will outwork Mooney, Slayton, Austin, and I think he will actually get in there. They'd be like, yo, this dude is our possession guy for right now. And he could burn it up the field. So it's a good draft, man. And we got a bevy of picks for next year already. So good.
Yeah, man. I like this draft, man. I think it's dope. You know what I'm saying? And I think that trading down is definitely gonna be an interesting thing to keep an eye on. You know what I'm saying? I definitely think that trading down is gonna be something the Giants want to do. You know, because they got to get more picks. You know what I'm saying? They got to get more picks, and specifically in that that third round, because that's what's gonna that's where the meat and potatoes is of the draft. You've seen how we hit in the second and third rounds when we got Pregnon, Stoops, and then Crown over there with Hudson. But I'm telling you, man, this draft is going to be huge, and we got it right here on the Aboriginal Sports Network with Unpopular Opinion Sports and Big Pat Sports Talk, man. So most definitely, man. But I'm gonna wind this one down. I don't really got a whole lot for on the money or out of pocket. And I know the playoffs is about to come on. So I know people want to watch basketball. And y'all check us out, man, on the Man Cave podcast and on NBA Heat Check, man, calling these basketball games, man. It's been dope. It's been fun. We was on there for the Knicks yesterday. Knicks pulled it out, beating up on the Hawks. So y'all check that out and check us out for all 3 days of the NFL draft right here on the Aboriginal Sports Network. Like I said, with Unpopular Opinion Sports and Big Pat Sports Talk, man, bringing you all things with the Giants as well as the Jets too. You know, I've been putting out Jets content, Jets mock drafts. Go over there and check them out. And the Jets, look, Adam Scheffler tweeted, New York holds 25% of this draft here. The first, I think he said the first couple rounds are here. So it's definitely going to be 25% of the top 16 picks. That's what he said. So that's going to be you may see some intercity trading, man. I kind of want to see that happen, but I just don't think the Jets have the picks to trade up. So, but that's all I got, man.
Oh man,
Dexter Lawrence is gone.
Yep. Shout out to @Stringer. Hit that like and subscribe button for us. He says, "Who they?" and thank you for Sexy Dexter. You are very welcome, sir.
Mm-hmm.
Little bit of draft news, unfortunately, for a receiver that draft stock was dependent on him just being fast. Zachariah Branch was arrested in Athens on Sunday. Oh man,
yeah.
Right before the draft. That's real smart, bro.
Yeah, he'll be. His draft stock's gonna plummet. If he's drafted at all. But I think he was only gonna probably be like I didn't have him rated as high as some other people anyway. Even before this news, so I was thinking he was probably gonna be like a 3rd round pick anyway. Which I was
thinking like a 4th or 5th, but he's definitely a 4th or 5th now.
He's more like a 6th or undrafted pick now. So, but the Giants will have opportunities to get receivers in this draft. I'm not too worried about that. I'm concerned with these lines, this offensive line, now the defensive line. So again, this is what we've been preaching over here, and I'm not gonna let up until they goddamn fix it. You hear me? So,
and stop with the dumb stuff, man. Now they're saying Dexter Lawrence agent didn't even want to speak to Joe Shane. So how could they get anything done if the agent didn't want to make it make sense, bro?
But apparently John Harbaugh is the one that went to the agent and talked and tried to work it out. They said John Harbaugh and Donna Pont went to. So what's this conflicted? This is New York media clout chasing, bro. I tell you what, man. Some of these New York media people, bro. I got a real disdain for, man. Y'all sleazy with the reporting. Which one is it? Is it Joe Shane's running the show? Or is it John Harbaugh? Did he not want to deal with Joe Shane, or did he not want to deal with John Harbaugh? Was Joe Shane talking to the agent, or did John Harbaugh and Donna Ponte go over there and talk to the agent?
Obviously, they couldn't get it done, and that's the reason why.
Which one is it?
Right. Which one is it, man?
Confusion. Chaos.
Because according to y'all, if he was talking to John Harbaugh would have got it done. He would still be here. But now, of course, he was talking to John Harbaugh, and it didn't work. But it's still Joe Shane's fault because
it didn't work because he didn't want to speak to Joe Shane. So Joe Shane was, you get him out and before. So why don't y'all just come out and say that they wanted Joe Shane fired for Dexter Lawrence to be here? Because that's what y'all are insinuating with this nonsense. That's with this nonsense, bro. Why the hell would a player say, well, fire? Bro, I'm gonna walk into my job tonight and say, yo, fire that fucking supervisor right there. I ain't coming in no more for y'all sons of guns ever again till you get rid of him.
Watch how far you make it.
Right. And then they may even be nice and be like, well, I know you don't like him, but we'll in the real world, you might get 50 cents or $1 raise. We'll give you $1 raise an hour. And then you say, nah, kick rocks. I won't pay for y'all. I don't want to work for y'all no more because he here. Who does this in the real world? Put the fantasy football app down for a minute, folks. Who does this in the real world?
Going Sonny Styles for the Shaq.
Yeah, Sonny
Definitely
Styles.
not taking Jeremiah Love.
Not taking Jeremiah Love. Caleb Downs would be my second option, but not my best option. I want Sonny Styles, or I want them to trade out and take Jordan Tyson in the guard. That's what I want.
So,
but that's all I got, man. If you ain't got nothing else, man, we can kick it out for this episode. Like I said, we will be bringing you all 3 rounds of the draft exclusively on the Aboriginal Sports Network, on YouTube, and of course, check us out on social media, on Facebook, streaming on Facebook now, also on Twitter and TikTok coming soon. So y'all stay tuned for that. And I ain't got nothing else, bro. You know what to do.
all right.
Get us up out of here.
This has been Giants Convo. Conversations need to be had. It. Dexter Lawrence traded to the Cincinnati Bengals for the 10th pick. That is crazy. People didn't even think we was going to be able to get a 2nd-round pick for Dexter Lawrence. We wound up getting number 10. And Dexter Lawrence doesn't even get new money until 2028, when it was time would have been to get new money with us. So make it make sense. But anyway, also, Dexter Lawrence agent is known to be an actual crazy man in the league. So you take that for what that is. Yeah. He got that man in jail over there. But anyway, this has been Giants Convo, man. Thank y'all for tuning in on the Aboriginal Sports Network. Hit that like and subscribe button for us. Check this out on Unpopular Opinion Sports. Hit the like and subscribe button for NYG22. And we out, man. Peace. Welcome to Giants